Imagine what's possible when learning doesn't get in the way of life. At Capella University, our game-changing FlexPath learning format lets you set your own deadlines so you can learn at a time and pace that works for you. It's an education you can tailor to your schedule. That means you don't have to put your life on hold to pursue your professional goals. Instead, enjoy learning your way and earn your degree without missing a beat. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
Build a routine with Ollie that supports your wellness needs, like getting your daily vitamins and minerals with Ollie's multi-gummies, or keeping your mood upbeat with all the vitamin D in Hello Happy. Give your gut health some support with probiotics, and wake up feeling refreshed after taking Ollie Sleep. Do wellness on your terms. Find Ollie at a Walmart or Target near you or at ollie.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily. What I Learned While Searching for Balance in Motherhood by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca. I remember sitting in my parents' living room with my 9-month-old on my lap. I was nauseated, tired, and frazzled, and my dad said, "What's going on with you?" I almost burst into tears when I blurted the news to them. "I'm pregnant and I'm exhausted." I don't remember much more, but I know he laughed at me. We call him Mr. Diplomatic. My mom cooed, and I just sat in denial that I would soon have 2 kids, 16 months apart. Before Linnea came, I had hit a nice stride with Levi. We had a format for our days that made simple things, like showering and eating not protein bars for meals, very doable. Then, a second baby. All I had learned about parenting and mom life was turned upside down with this new tiny baby who was constantly crying. In those early months with 2 under 2, my sister and her toddler would come stay with me for days that Connor worked. We would take turns rocking Linnea in whatever fashion she preferred at the time, while the other kept the older 2 kids busy and fed. But when Rachel was gone and Connor was working, there was a very Grey Gardens meets Raising Hope atmosphere in my house. I know people are touting motivational quotes like, "Don't just survive, rather thrive in motherhood." No, I did no thriving. I would do whatever it took to survive those days and nights. Non-stop Netflix streaming, goldfish crackers laid out on the table for independent toddler grazing, me wearing whatever clean PJs I could find, and lots of coffee and protein shakes while I welled up with exhaustion and anxiety being held hostage by a crying baby. I felt like I couldn't get anything done. Feeling unproductive for those simple things just made me feel like I was failing at life. I even would Google schedules and tips for life with 2 kids, trying to find the secret to make it work. Surely there were other women with 2 small kids who were sleeping longer than 2-hour stretches, making regular dentist appointments, eating fresh vegetables, possibly getting laundry folded. I knew they were there. They showed up in colorful squares on my phone with cute captions and top knots, and they were refinishing furniture and drinking Starbucks. What was I doing wrong? The same thing I've done for much of my life, trying to make the situation something that it's not. Specifically, fighting this gritty season of motherhood, trying to force my idea of perfect without stopping to appreciate that perfect doesn't exist this side of heaven. All that time I spent searching for the trick to making it all work, all the information I would seek out on finding balance, all the put-together moms I would corner in the grocery store parking lot shaking them down for answers. I found the same answer. There is no balance with young kids. There is no routine you enact. Then sit back, press play, and let things flow seamlessly. There are always more chores, events, crying kids in a day than there are hours, hands, and consolation waffles. Over time, I'd come to see this doesn't mean I'm failing. It means that we aren't meant to do it all. Rather, we are meant to make choices about how we spend our time and energies. There is freedom in letting go of the notion of balance. You hear me? Freedom. Because then that means I can be the mom I am meant to be, rather than aim to be the sum of all the other moms I compare myself to. Because it isn't a competition, and it isn't realistic. We can't measure ourselves by looking at all the things everyone is collectively doing with their day. We have to choose what we want our own day to be. Maybe you are ready to let go of trying to be the sum of all mothers. Maybe you are looking at some choices too. Are you the mom who wants to be out and about with your kids so maybe your house won't be well tended to all the time? That's awesome. Your kids are out in the world learning and living. Are you the mom who makes craftacular activities, but you're not into eating Whole30 foods? Your kids are learning how to use their hands and live through the lens of creativity. Do you leave your laundry in the basement till your kids ask you for their clean clothes because they ran out? Look at these resourceful little problem solvers. Just go with it. Or maybe you took an extra 10 minutes for yourself to get ready and your kids watched Elmo. They are seeing the importance of caring for yourself as well as others, and Elmo is always a good idea. I had 3 kids in 3.5 years, and it came with a crash course in routine disruption, relationship management, and messy floors. Reflecting on these early years with babies, I feel that we are not meant to do it all, and that motherhood cannot look the same for every mom. I believe we are meant to find balance within our own values and let our mothering flow from a deeper place of the things we are passionate about, rather than the guilt of activities, chores, and images we compare ourselves to. In my experience, and I am constantly working on this, when I stop fighting where I am at in motherhood and hounding life for perfect balance, I stop being a mom martyr. I give myself and my family permission to enjoy imperfect and permission to enjoy motherhood for what it is, rather than what I thought it should be. This post is coming to you from your nerdy girlfriend wearing post-maternity shorts, lipstick, with all the lunch dishes surrounding me. You just listened to the post titled, What I Learned While Searching for Balance in Motherhood, by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca.
Make your next move with American Express Business Platinum. You'll get 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. Plus, enjoy access to the American Express Global Lounge Collection. And with the welcome offer of 150,000 points, your business can soar to all new heights. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum. Amex Business Platinum, built for business by American Express.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This episode is brought to you by Nissan. Fuel your inner adventurer in the first ever Nissan Rogue Rock Creek. From rocky trails to snowy roads, there are plenty of places to show off this adventure-ready SUV thanks to its intelligent all-wheel drive. Adventure calls in the first ever Nissan Rogue Rock Creek. Visit nissanusa.com to learn more. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Now, Shawna has hit on some really important points in today's post. To varying degrees, many of us feel we arrive at a certain threshold for being able to let go and allow things to flow naturally. Some people do this with more leniency than others. But when it comes to being a parent, one of the highest honors and responsibilities we assume in life, it is very hard to allow for imbalance and things not going according to plan. This is difficult with any major portion of our identities. But of course, the sick joke is that that's what makes it even more important in such times. So, take this episode as a reminder to continue your good habit of letting things be, even during times in which control and routine seem most necessary. Mastering all of it will not only prove to be impossible, but probably even boring. So beware. And on that note, we are going to finish up today's episode. I thank you so much for being here, everyone, and staying until the end. We've got another great post lined up for you before the weekend, so be sure to stop in here tomorrow and listen, where your optimal life awaits.